You've probably noticed AI models are getting crazy powerful, and it's happening fast. But how? Well, a huge part of the answer is this really cool architecture called Mixture of Experts, or MoE for short. It's one of the hottest topics in AI right now, and today we're going to break down exactly how it works and why it's such a big deal. So to kick things off, let's use a simple analogy. Imagine a traditional AI model, what we call a dense model, as one giant brain. This single brain has to know absolutely everything about everything all at once. Kind of stressful, right? Now compare that to a mixture of experts model. Instead of one brain doing all the work, it's more like a team of specialists, where each person on the team is an expert in their own specific field. And that really gets to the heart of the matter. For any complex problem, what's going to be more efficient? A single generalist trying to juggle everything, or a well-managed team of specialists? The whole idea behind the mixture of experts architecture is betting on the team. Now, this whole quest for efficiency isn't just some random idea. As we build bigger and more powerful AI, we're starting to hit a wall, a computational wall. These massive models need an insane amount of resources to train and run. So the race is on to figure out how we can keep scaling up without the costs just going through the roof. This right here highlights a core principle in AI development today. Research shows pretty consistently that if you have a set amount of computing power, you're better off training a bigger model for a shorter time than you are training a smaller model for a super long time. The challenge then is figuring out how to even build and run these giant models efficiently in the first place. And this idea isn't brand new. It's actually been evolving for decades. It was first introduced way back in 1991. Over the years, researchers kept refining it, exploring key ideas like conditional computation, which basically paved the way for the massive trillion-parameter models and the huge open-source breakthroughs we're seeing today. Okay, so how does this team of specialists actually work under the hood? It really all boils down to two key parts. You've got the experts themselves, and then you've got their manager, a component called the router. First up, the experts. These are basically just smaller, specialized neural networks. Just think of them as the individual members of your team. You might have one that's a genius with grammar, another one that's amazing at recognizing names and places, and maybe a third that's a whiz with computer code. But, a team of experts isn't much use if there isn't a good project manager assigning the work. That's where the router comes in. It's what's called a gating network, and its job is to look at every single piece of incoming information. We call these tokens, and decide which specialist is the best one for that particular job. So here's what that looks like in practice. A token of information, let's say it's the word Paris, comes in. The router takes a look and thinks, okay, this is a place, this should probably go to our geography expert. Then the token gets sent only to that one expert. And this is the crucial part. All the other experts, they just stay inactive. They don't do a thing. In that last point, the fact that only one or two experts are activated at any time, that is the secret to everything. This brings us to the core concept that makes these mixture of experts models so incredibly fast. It's the power of sparsity. Sparsity, or conditional computation, is a pretty simple idea when you break it down. A dense model has to use its entire brain for every single little calculation. An MoE model, on the other hand, only uses the tiny fraction of its brain that's actually relevant to the task. The vast majority of its parameters, all those other experts, are just sitting idle, saving an enormous amount of computational power. And the results? They're honestly staggering. Google's Switch Transformer, which was a landmark MoE model, was 4 times faster in pretraining compared to a dense model of a similar size. That's not just a small bump, that's a fundamental leap forward in efficiency. But of course, there's always a catch, right? What happens if a project manager, the router, gets a little lazy? What if it just starts sending every single task to the same 1 or 2 star performers on the team? Well, then all our other specialists are just sitting around doing nothing, and the whole system becomes unbalanced and inefficient. This is a real challenge, and it's called load balancing. So this brings us to a bit of a reality check, because while this architecture is incredibly powerful, it's not a silver bullet. Like any technology, it comes with a pretty significant set of trade-offs. And those trade-offs get really clear when you put MoE and dense models side by side. MoEs are way faster for both pre-training and for inference. That's the huge win. But the costs are pretty steep. They require a ton of memory, and fine-tuning them for specific tasks can be, well, pretty challenging. And this memory requirement, this is the real kicker. Even though you only use a couple of experts for any given task, your computer has to load all of them into its memory at once.
This demands a massive amount of VRAM, which creates a huge bottleneck for actually using these models. It's why running these top-tier models often requires super expensive enterprise-grade hardware, putting them out of reach for most of us with regular computers.
But despite those challenges, mixture of experts models are an absolute game changer. They've gone from being this theoretical concept to a practical reality, and they're powering some of the most impressive AI you can actually use today. In fact, you've probably heard of some of these. From Google's huge switch transformers to Meta's translation models, and especially the incredibly popular Mixtral 8 by 7B from Mistral AI, MoEs are right at the forefront of the open source AI community now. And models like Mixtral are the perfect example of this promise. They have the knowledge of a massive, massive model, which gives them top-tier performance, but their speed is more like a much smaller one because only a fraction of their brain is active at any time. It's truly the best of both worlds. Ultimately, what the mixture of experts architecture really shows us is that the path to smarter AI isn't just about getting bigger, it's about getting more efficient. Specialization is an incredibly powerful solution. And that leaves us with one final big question. If creating these teams of AI experts can achieve this kind of leap, what's the next breakthrough in AI efficiency going to look like?